consequences of inflations. Ya, nak buang ni dulu. Okay, what are first consequences? Apa ni, tak nak keluar ni, tak nak lari awak ni. Okay. Okay, the first one is decrease the purchasing power. Decrease the purchasing power. What do you mean by purchasing power, class? What is PP? Purchasing power. Purchasing power is the ability, the power, the capacity of the money to buy goods and services. Okay, meaning to say with RM 50 ringgit, you can buy, let's say, 4 things. 1, 2, 3, 4 things. With inflation, RM 50 ringgit can buy only 2 goods. The ability of 50 ringgit to buy goods and services decline. The power of the money, meaning to say it has less power. That's why it says here, decrease in the purchasing power, okay? The ability of the money. It specified here is a fixed income earner. Fixed income earner, because this year, let's say this year, 2021. With 50 ringgit, you can buy 4. Okay, next year, 2022, you still earn because fixed income. You still earn 50 ringgit, but you can buy less, only 2 goods. Are you with me? So it hurts you. We are not talking about this year you got RM 50, next year you get RM 100. This is not fixed. This is businessman. So businessman jangan hurts or any other non-fixed income earner. Okay? Only hurts for the inflation, we talk about the fixed income earner. This is without inflation, this is with inflation. Okay? The value, the capacity, the power of money to buy goods and services decline. Therefore, it hurts fixed income earner. Are you with me, class? Okay, that is number 1. If you have no question, we go for the number 2. The second consequence of the inflation, it benefit the holder of the wealth. Okay, this one benefit lah. It benefit the wealth holder. Let's say you have gold. Gold, isn't it? Ada inflation. Macam mana? What happened? You bought RM1K. Gelang, bangle. Okay, cantik bangle ni. Whatever lah, ada banyak permata, whatever it is. So this is 2021. 2022, because of the inflation, the price shoot up to 2,000. Are you with me? So it benefit you, the wealth holder, because the price of the wealth increase. If you want to sell it, you can sell it at 2K. You bought at 1K. Are you with me, class? So for sure, you earn extra, isn't it? That's why it says here, benefit the holder of the wealth. What are the other wealth? Among the example of the wealth are savings, property, gold, shares, and many others. Are you with me? Wealth are saving. Saving kat sini, we are not talking about duit tu. Kadang-kadang kita save bukan duit tau. Okay, kita save gold. Gold kita gunakan, gold kita save. Kadang kita saving ni banyak jenis. Okay, bukannya satu jenis. Okay, but duit, that's bad lah. Kalau you simpan duit. Dulu you simpan RM1 was RM1,000. Tapi bila masa dia nak keluarkan duit tu, harga dia dah jatuh. Are you with me? Purchasing power, sorry, dah jatuh. Okay, are you with me, class? Clear so far? Okay, clear. So, okay, number 3. Okay, let's talk about the real interest rate. Okay, real interest rate ni kita kena tengok dia benefit who. Okay, what do you mean by real interest rate? Okay, inflation, okay, paragraph number apa tu? 1, 2, 3, 4. Paragraph number 4. Inflation affect those who deal with financial institutions, savers and borrower. Okay, so real interest rate ni affect either savers or borrower. Okay, you as a saver or you as a borrower kat sini. Okay, so it depends. Okay, what is nominal interest rate? What is real interest rate? You have to differentiate between these two. Okay, nominal interest rate underline interest rate charged by financial. Okay, we talk about it. What is charged by bank? Financial institution, bank lah. Because most of the time, but not necessarily. Okay, we talk about it. Charged by the financial institution to saver and borrower, whereby real interest rate is the difference between nominal and inflation rates. Okay, real is, what is real interest rate? The difference between nominal interest rate minus inflation. Okay, so bila kita tulis kat sini, real interest rate, alamak terbalik. Betul ke medium ni? Okay, interest rate. Real interest rate equal to what? Nominal. Kenapa ni medium ni? Mana biru? Interest rate. Ya kali. Interest rate nominal is equal to real interest rate minus inflation, whereby nominal interest rate, what is charged by bank. Ini terbalik. Real interest rate is nominal interest rate and inflation. Nominal interest rate charged by the bank. Okay, are you with me, class? Okay, so real interest rate is without inflation. Sebab dah tolak. Nominal interest rate with or without inflation, class? With inflation. Okay, with inflation. Okay. Okay. Okay, kat sini positive real interest rate is obtained when nominal interest rate is greater than inflation rates. Okay, so kat sini buang dulu. Okay, so when we have nominal interest rate greater than inflation rate, this is called positive real interest rate. When nominal interest rate is less than inflation rate, then this is negative real interest rate. Are you with me, class? Tu aja. Okay? When nominal interest rate greater than inflation rate, this is a positive real interest rate. Okay, so it says here, during a positive real interest rate, borrower will suffer but saver gain. Okay. This is borrower, this is saver. Positive real interest rate obtained when nominal interest rate is greater than inflation rate. In this case, borrower will suffer, saver will gain. Saver gain, borrower suffer. Okay? And then dia kata, on the other hand, madam tulis dulu, madam explain later. On the other hand, negative real interest rate is obtained when inflation rate is greater than nominal interest rate. In this case, borrower gain, saver loss. Why? Okay. Kenapa? Anyone can? This one? Explain this one? Siapa nak explain to the rest of the class? What do you mean by this thing? Why during the positive real interest rate, borrower suffer, saver gain? Siapa nak explain? Okay. Tak ada siapa? Tak apalah. Okay, this one, sorry. Okay, let me discuss this one. Dia either je, you kena ingat satu je ke kelas? Okay, when you have a nominal interest rate greater than inflation rates, isn't it? nominal interest rate is greater than inflation rate, saver gain. Saver gain. Macam mana saver gain kat sini kelas? Okay, kat sini borrower loss. Okay, during you letak first stage, you letak your money 1K. Okay, lepas tu later on this is you save. This is you want to draw later on. This is you borrow. B-O-R-R-O-W. Later on you pay. Itu je beza dia. Okay. The time limit. Okay. For a saver. First of all, you save 1K. Because of inflation rate is less than nominal interest rate, meaning to say no inflation, isn't it? No inflation. So this 1K, you draw 1K, you save 1K. At the end of the year, lepas tu lah bila you want to withdraw, this 1K has a what? Greater value bila later on tu. Macam mana nak cakap kat you all? Because your payment to you is higher. You save 1K, bila you nak draw, you draw 1,000, let's say 2%, 10%, 1,100. You letak 1K, bila you nak draw, 1,100 because nominal interest rate. What is charged by the bank? Bank bagi kepada you interest rate. Are you with me, class? But for a borrower dia borrow 1K, tapi bila dia nak bayar, dia kena bayar 1,100. Hurts lah because the charge is higher than the inflation. Are you with me, class? Faham ke tak? Maybe letak dekat-dekat kot. Borrow. Sama juga pay. Okay. Okay, buang ini jauh sangat, pening. Okay. When we have the situations, nominal interest rate is greater than inflation rate. What is charged by bank is greater than inflation. Okay. So if you save 1K, so bank akan bagi you interest rate 10% of the return. The return rate of return is 10%. So at the end of 1 year, bila you nak draw, you dapat 1,100. Meaning to say, you gain. But for a borrower, if they borrow 1,000, at the end of the 1 year, bila dia nak bayar, dia kena bayar 1,100. As compared to the negative real interest rate, borrower gain. Why? Let's say, borrow, pay. This is what is charged less than inflation, meaning to say the inflation rate is higher. Okay, you borrow 1,000. Are you with me, class? This 1,000 you borrow because of the inflations higher than. So let's say you pay also 1,000. This 1,000 masa you borrow boleh beli macam-macam. The purchasing power is very high. But when you want to pay because of the inflation here, because of inflation, you pay 1,000. This 1,000 you can buy only two things. Meaning to say, the 1,000 that you borrow is what? Have more purchasing power than the 1,000 that you pay later on. Are you with me, class? Yang ni guna value yang sama sebab kita nak pergi pada inflation. Let's say you bayar 1,000. You borrow 1,000, you pay 1,000. That 1,000 has lesser value dengan 1,000 that you borrow earlier. That's why you gain. Whereby for the saver, you save 1,000. This 1,000 can buy lots of things. But because of inflation, you want to draw later on 1,000. This 1,000 has lesser purchasing power, has lesser value. That's why during the inflation, okay, this is, kita boleh nampak, this is during inflation. This is without inflation. Are you with me, class? Okay, so you save 1,000, you pay 1,000 with a lesser value because of the inflation. Siapa tak faham? Siapa tak faham? Bolehkah? Faham ke kelas?
InsyaAllah boleh.
Mina takutlah you all. Okay, Mina pergi Mina sekejap. Okay. Let's say kita ada RM100. RM100. Okay, tanpa inflation. The first one, positive real interest rate. Whereby nominal interest rate is greater than inflation rate. Meaning to say tak ada inflation. Okay. So for the first year, you masukkan 100 for the saver. You save 100. At the end of 1 year, bila you nak draw, bank akan bagi kat you apa dia? Nominal interest rate kan? Bayar dekat you 10% misalnya. So, RM110 you dapat. Are you with me? That's why, tanpa inflation, saver gain. For the borrower, tanpa inflation, you borrow 100. At the end of 1 year, you have to pay 110 because 10% the interest rate charged by the bank. So, borrower hurts during the non-inflation, whereby during the positive real interest rate. Let's go to the other situation whereby negative real interest rate, whereby inflation rate is higher than what is charged by the bank. Okay, so let's say you save 100. This 100 can buy lots of things, 5 things, but at the end of 1 year, because of the inflation, bila you nak guna yang duit yang you save tadi, you draw, you nak guna that 100. The value you hanya boleh beli 2 benda. Sebab inflation. Are you with me? So, you hurts. Whereby for the borrower, okay, mula-mula dia borrow 100. Bila dia nak bayar tu, masa tu inflation. Dia bayar juga misalan 100. Borrow again. Why? Because the 100 that you borrow earlier has higher value than the 100 that dia masa dia bayar. Are you with me? Seperti dia bayar RM50 lah, dosoko. Dia hutang 100, dia bayar RM50. Because the value of the 100 tadi macam the value of RM50. Are you with me, class? Okay? Faham ke? Alamak. Ni tak suka kalau tak face to face ni. Ha? Boleh ke? Faham ya? Okay, you kena pegang satu je. Positif ke negatif? Satu je. Because it is the other way around. Bagi madam, you pegang negatif. That's easier. Tapi nak pegang positif. Tak tahu, madam tak tahu apa yang you nampak. Okay, macam ni je lah. Tanpa inflation, positif kan? Okay. Tanpa inflation, positif. Dengan positif real interest rate, positif, yes, real interest rate. Duit you save 100. Bank akan bayar dekat you because you save. Isn't it? So, bank akan bayar dekat you, let's say, rate of return dia 10%. 10% of 100 adalah 10. So, at the end of the 1 year, value saving you tadi RM110. You gain. Whereby, tanpa inflation, positive real interest rate, okay? You borrow 100. Bank charge to you. It's not bank pay because you borrow. Bank charge to you 10% rate of return. So at the end of the 1 year, bila you nak bayar, you kena bayar 110. So you hurt because tak ada inflation. Nampak? Saver, bank bayar 10%. So that's why you gain 110. Whereby borrower, you kena pay ke bank 10% tadi. That's why you hurt. You have to pay more. Okay, siapa yang pegang positif? Pegang salah satu je kelas. Let's talk about the negative. With inflation tadi. Okay? With inflation. Inflation ni makin naik. So let's say you save 100. Since inflation rate is higher than what bank charge to you, so this 100 ringgit has lesser value at the end of the 1 year as upon depositing the money tadi. The value of 100 ni bila you save dengan inflation tadi has lesser value at the end of 1 year. Are you with me?
Maksudnya?
Bank pay, come again, maksud is sebab what bank charge to you, let's say bank charge 10%, tapi inflation rate let's say 50%. Apa guna juga sebab sikit saja you dapat. The value of the money dah jatuh sebab inflation. Are you with me? Okay? Yeah, Idris?
Maksudnya walaupun kita dapat interest rate daripada bank, but then masa akhir kita saving tu, walaupun kita dapat tambah duit, tapi value duit tu dah berkurang.
Yes. Sebab inflation rate is higher than nominal interest rate. You kena faham yang tu. You just make je lah. Nominal interest rate is, let's say, I don't know, 1%. Inflation rate is 5%. Walaupun you dapat extra 1%, 100 ringgit tadi kan, 1% kan. Tetapi inflation rate tu dah telan the purchasing power of the money, 5% tadi. Are you with me? So the value of 100 ni has lesser value walaupun 100 ringgit tadi. Are you with me? Kalau you save lah. Hurts you lah sebab lesser value you terima at the end of 1 year. Tapi kalau you borrow, you borrow 100. Tapi masa you nak bayar, because of inflation is very high, you bayar 100 juga, misalnya 100 ringgit, 10%. That 100 ringgit has lesser value than 100 ringgit yang you borrow dulu. You bayar 101, because 1% tadi. Sebab inflation rate is very high, that 101 ringgit has lesser value than 100 ringgit earlier than you borrow. Faham?
Faham, madam.
Faham. Siapa lagi tak faham? Pilih salah satu saja, positif ke negatif. Because it is the other way around for the other one. Up to you. With inflation, without inflation. Positive, without inflation. Negative, with inflation. You ingat macam tu. Bukan with tu tanpa langsung, sikit. Without tu because nominal interest rate is higher than inflation rate. Ada sikit. So inflation kita tak boleh buang kan, mesti ada. Walau dalam 1%, sikit je. Tapi kalau inflation rate is very high, 10%, nominal interest rate is 5%. So kita tolak, kita ada inflation rate of 5%. Are you with me, class? Class? Siapa tak faham? Kalau tanya yang faham, takut. Tak tahu aku faham ke tak? Okay. Siapa tak faham? Boleh? Boleh? Boleh. Boleh, insyaAllah. Okay. So, that's it. So, we have two types of inflation. Dia soalan dia, what are the consequences of inflation? What are the types of inflation? Soalan dia tak banyak sangat untuk inflation sebab kita tak go into details. Okay, when we talk about inflation, we have two types. The first type is the demand pull inflation. The other one is cost push inflation. Okay, demand pull and cost push. The type is, senang je you nak ingat type ni. Siapa yang create the inflation? Who caused the inflation? When we talk about the demand pull, who caused? Demand. Buyer. Consumer buyer. Cost?
Supplier.
Tu je ingat. So inflation can be divided into two, demand pull as well as cost push. The first one is caused by the buyer, the second one is caused by the supplier. Okay, so let's discuss one by one. Macam mana terjadinya demand pull inflation here? Okay. Due to the excess of total demand. Okay, due to the excess of total demand. Meaning to say what? Meaning to say, quantity demanded is greater than quantity supply. So we are having a shortage, isn't it? Excess of total demand. Quantity demanded greater than quantity supply. So we are talking about shortage. Shortage, not enough good. So pressure is on buyer, isn't it? Buyer is on pressure. So what will the buyer do? Buyer will bid the price up. When you bid the price up, price A naik, price 2 pun naik, price 3 pun naik. So banyak-banyak price lain pun akan naik juga. Are you with me, class? So we talk about it, general prices akan naik ke sini. Okay. So when buyer bid the price up, price semua naik. So we talk about the inflation at the end. So dekat sini glamour tentang demand pull adalah too much money chasing few goods. Too much money chasing few goods. Okay? Because of the buyer who bid the price up. Whereby when we talk about the cost push inflation, increase in the cost of productions, okay? We talk about the cost of production increase. What caused the production increase? Banyak benda. Satu, raw material naik. Maybe, I don't know, let's say you are the producer of what? Producer of rubber. Tire. The price of rubber increase. When the price of rubber increase, okay, cost of production increase kan? So price of rubber increase. So we talk about a cost increase. Bila cost increase, producer will increase the price of final good. We talk about the tire here. Cost of rubber yang increase. Nampak tak? At the end, bila nak jual, producer increase the price of tire because they embed the price of rubber into the price of tire. Dia masukkan the price of rubber into the price of tire. Are you with me? So, they talk about the increase in the price of tire. Cost push inflation. Or maybe, let's say we talk about raw material, we talk about, okay, let's say you're a producer of silk attire. Baju-baju, sutra, silk attire. So where will you get the silk from? You have to import from China. Okay, let's say we talk about the currency. Currency here, RM jatuh. You have to import from China, isn't it? When we talk about Forex, Yuan China. Yuan China is higher than RM. So you have to pay more because our currency declined. Are you with me, class? RM jatuh as compared to Yuan China. So our cost increase because you have to import the silk from China. So cost of production increase. It's not raw material. Okay, we talk about that. Sebab kat sini currency. Our currency decline. So meaning to say cost increase. Are you with me, class? So you increase the price of the attire tadi. Baju shirt you naikkan, sapu tangan shirt you pun naikkan, tudung shirt pun you naikkan harga. Semua barang harga akan naik sebab cost basic base dia adalah semua yang besar akan naik harga. Are you with me, class? Bila harga rubber naik, harga tayar naik. Harga apa naik lagi naik? Harga glove naik. Harga rubber band naik. Harga apa lagi naik, kelas? Yang guna rubber sebagai basic. Harga apa lagi naik? Bila harga rubber naik. Kelas? Kelas?
Kasut.
Kasut. Lagi? Harga apa? Apa tak? General price dah naik. Okay? Bila harga tayar naik, harga kereta naik tak? Kemungkinan naik. Bila harga tayar naik, harga kereta naik. Bila harga kereta naik, tak tahulah harga apa lagi naik. Lepas tu, harga transportation pun naik. Sebab lori dah mahal. Isn't it? I don't know. So yang tu naik, yang ni naik semua naik. General prices naik. Cost push inflation. Any question?
Maksudnya dia kaitan dengan currency je lah.
No, not necessarily. Kalau currency, bila you import currency. Let's say you tak import rubber. Rubber you guna rubber yang dekat Johor je. You are producer of tire. Tapi bila harga rubber naik, cost you naik. You tak ada kaitan dengan currency. You kaitan dengan raw material. Are you with me? Okay ke?
Oh, okay, faham.
Okay, not necessarily satu benda. Dia boleh banyak benda, okay? Equipment pun boleh. Equipment, you beli mesin daripada UK. Still, you punya cost of production increase. Price of labor increase locally. Minimum wage. Government said minimum wage for Malaysian is berapa, kelas? What is our minimum wage right now? Ni orang ekonomi kena tahu lah ni, orang Malaysia. Minimum wage. Kalau you nak hire labor in Malaysia, what is the minimum pay that you have to give them? 1,200 dah? Dah naik dah? Itu 1,100. I tak tahu lah. Of the latest. Maybe ke 1,200. Let's say we go for the minimum lah. 1,100. Dulu you bayar kat you punya worker adalah 800 saja. Sekali government Malaysia kata minimum wage in Malaysia is 1,100 for the semi-skilled worker. Low skilled yang kira low skilled yang kira. This is semi-skilled. So dulu you bayar 800 je. So bila seorang 800, dua 800 okay. Tapi bila seorang 1,100, dua 2,200. Equivalent to this dah. 2,400. Dua orang dah tadi 2,200. Are you with me? Dua orang worker dah you guna kat sini. Sekarang 3 worker dulu. So cost of production increase. We talk about a variable cost or maybe fixed cost regardless. The inputs price increase. Are you with me, class? So they will put the higher price of the raw material, of the currency, of the cost of production into the final good and services yang dia buat tadi. Dia letak kat situ. Okay, dia letak kat situ. Dia tak tanggung seorang-seorang. Dia suka consumer yang bayar. Are you with me, class? Any questions? Berdebar ke esok nak exam ni? Esok nak quiz ni? Sampai tak menjawab je meja tanya ni. Bila nak ngajar pun tak semangat je. Oh, okay. Tak
Madam,
ada. Yes.
kalau dalam buku dia kata inflation due to implementation of goods and services tax kan.
Page berapa ni? Page berapa?
140.
Okay.
So yang tu cost push because goods dia kena tax and dia punya raw material naik harga macam tu.
Kelas. Cost of production ni dia banyak jenis. Raw material, currency, government increase tax. Sama juga. Bila you nak buat satu barang tu, let's say tax for the using of the machine misalnya, ataupun corporate tax naik, maknanya you kena bayar mahal. Nampak tak? Kos untuk produce satu benda tu makin naik regardless apa yang menyebabkan, as long as kos pembuatan tadi bila dah naik, you akan naikkan harga kepada barang yang last tadi, final goods tadi. Boleh? Dia boleh pergi apa-apa as long as cost of production. Dibaca kat mana tax ni? Tak jumpa pun medan tax ni. Tu okay, tax. Yes, boleh. Anything yang menyebabkan harga production naik. Cost production. Cost of production. You imagine balik gitu. All the inputs. Okay, regardless, fixed or variable. Apa lagi? Cost of production. Yang you boleh nampak kat sini. Currency. Apa lagi yang boleh cakap ni? Tax. Tax masuk dekat sini. Variable. Okay, tax. Labor. Raw material. Fixed. Machinery. Building. Rental. Rental naik. Bulan ni you kena bayar 1,000. Bulan depan you kena bayar 4,000. Kata kenapa? Saya nak naikkan harga bangunan ni. Harga kilang. Bayar 4,000. So bila harga rental naik, this is price per good tadi naik dah. That's why bila you nak keluarkan, let's say you are producer of shoe. Bila rental you naik, shoe dulu RM 50 ringgit je. Tapi bila rental naik, you pun charge RM 70 ringgit. Daripada 2,000 kepada 4,000 tadi you kena bayar monthly. You ni pengeluar pakaian, kasut dan pakaian. So baju you buat dulu RM 20 ringgit, sekarang you buat RM 30 ringgit. See, 50 naik 70, 20 naik 30. Apalagi yang you keluarkan, you akan naikkan harga dekat you punya barang. So, harga kasut naik, harga barang naik, harga tali leher naik, harga seluar naik, harga tudung naik. Can you see the class? Ya, class? Semua barang akan naik sebab cost of production kat sini dah naik. Ni pun dah naik. Boleh? Anything to do with the production, bila benda tu naik, price akan naik for sure. Any more question?
Tak ada, madam.
Tak ada? Senyap je. Ain, Fatin okey ke? Tak ada. Haris tak ada. Ain okey?
Okay, madam.
Senyap aje. Dia okey?
Okay, madam.
Faham?
Madam.
Okey, faham dah. So that's it lah for inflation. Ada apa? Inflation yang paling senang sekali. Okey, inflation paling senang. Okey. Ini masuk chapter baru. Ya? Masuk tak chapter baru? Ke rasa dah penuh dah? Pendek aja inflation tu. Tajuk baru adalah GDP. Okey, you ada ke tak student kelas lain kelas? Ada tak kawan kelas lain, grup lain, bukan grup media? Ada tak?
Ada.
Ada.
Bukan kelas medium lah, kelas lain, grup lain.
Ada.
Okey, dia kat mana dah sekarang? Dia orang belajar silibus dia orang.
Tak tanya
Madam.
pula.
Tak tanya.
Tak tanya. Aku dah masuk chapter 10 dia cakap macam tu. Terkejut kat madam. Takut aku chapter 7 lagi. Tadi tak korang, you all tak ngumpat lecturer.
Tak.
Takut ngumpat teruk lah madam Afifah, dia mengajar macam dunia ni dia yang punya, tak ingat kiri kanan. Tak ada ngumpat Sebab kalau we are quite ahead then tak perlulah madam cepat-cepat sangat, tapi is we